Hi and welcome to my wee channel, The Wandering Kilt. Today's video is Portpatrick in Dumfries in Galloway, on the west coast of the Rins of Galloway. It's a quaint wee harbour village with a population of about 600. It's been a working harbour for 700 years, mainly fishing, but with Ireland only 21 miles away, it was an important goods route to and from Scotland. In the 18th and 19th century, it was important for a different reason: matrimony. Couples could have a day trip over from Ireland, get married, have something to eat and head home all within an hour. You could say it was the Gretna Green for the Irish. If the weather is nice, it's such a nice relaxing place to be. At one time it could have been the main ferry port before Stranraer, but that ship sailed many years ago. Originally called Port Montgomery, it had a railway line built in 1862, but mostly it was always a loss-making line and it closed in 1950. The old lighthouse that was here years ago was dismantled in 1871 and moved to Sri Lanka, no less. The 1950s were really good for Portpatrick, with the fishing boats from the Clyde, the so-called ring netters. They fished the local waters as far as the Isle of Man and would regularly sail home with their holds stuffed with herring. There are still a few fishing boats working out of the harbour today. It's hard to mention Portpatrick without talking about the hotel. Hotel Portpatrick, that is. It was built in 1905, situated on the cliffs above the inner harbour. It has 60 rooms and has some amazing views. We were staying in the Blue Hotel in the village called the Waterfront, right at the harbour itself, and very comfortable too. It was starting to get a bit dark as I was filming The Gloaming, as it's called in Scotland. That magical time just before dusk when the light is amazing. Of course, Portpatrick is best known as the starting point of the Southern Upland Way, a 212-mile walking trail that takes between 12 and 16 days to complete. We were only here staying overnight, so I didn't have time to get the walk done. Well, that's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. Anyway, I'm talking too much, so let's just get on with it. So that was Portpatrick, a place in Scotland I've never been to before, and there are not too many of those. A beautiful wee place, and I'm sure it's super busy in the summer months, but in October it's perfect, it's just nice and quiet. The memorial down at the rocks to the Princess Victoria looks pretty horrific, with good reason of course. On the 31st of January 1953, she sank in the North Channel after leaving Stranraer, with the loss of 135 lives. The radio operator David Broadfoot continued at his post with complete disregard for his own safety. He was posthumously awarded the George Cross. The only other memorial I can think of that captures the sense of tragedy is in Eyemouth, so check that video out and you'll see what I mean. Anyways, look at the big clock on the wall, I see that once again, time has beaten us, so until the next time, bye for now.